let you down.
Our dominion grows.
Wargroove is a turn-based tactics game which came out on PC, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on February the 1st. It's coming to PS4, well, sometime in the future anyway. Jake's played it, so have I, and Mike. What have you been playing it on?
The Nintendo Switch.
Same here. It felt like it was born for a bit of on-the-go play, I thought, and I was right, because I have played it on the go quite a bit, and it's quite nice. So this is a game that is inescapably... Is that a word?
Inescapably, yeah, for sure.
Compared to Advance Wars, which was very old, but like 2002, 2001, something like that.
If you're born in 2001 or 2, you're not very old. Don't worry about it. It's just in game.
In game terms, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, in fact, you're relatively young.
Yeah.
So Game Boy Advance game, and which is why I felt it would make a lot more sense to be at home on the Switch.
Yeah.
As did Liam, as did you, I suppose. Yeah. It's just it makes sense, and it's got this.
I didn't consider playing it anywhere else. I just
sure. If you look at the graphics, bear witness. It's just like nice, cute, pixel arty stuff.
Yeah.
Which again,
nice little sprites that are bouncing up and down and stuff.
Makes sense on a Nintendo console, maybe.
It really does. Yeah, it's a great game on the go. I haven't played it docked or anything like that, and it does. It's very close to Advance Wars. It's kind of a tile-based tactics game. So it's like a very slow burning drip feed of mechanics for the first few hours, and then it becomes a sort of different proposition later on.
You know what to do now. Just do it.
Yeah. But it's one of these really nice games where you've got a swordsman and you've got a pikeman, and they seem quite different. And in a lot of strategy games, they'll have different stats and stuff, and they'll be good against other. They'll have a rock paper scissors type of thing where the swordman can batter a pikeman, but a pikeman would batter cavalry, and it works like that. In this as well, though, you've got like critical sort of chances. So if you've got a pikeman next to another pikeman, they'll do way more damage.
That's it. Because each unit has got its own condition.
Where
it can
get
a critical hit.
So
pikemen have to be next to each other. Rangers or like bowmen, they'll get a critical hit if they're not moving that round.
So if they're like playing a sort of sniper role where they're just staying in one defensible place.
Like up high on a mountain, which gives them more range, of course.
Exactly.
And I think swordsmen, it's like their critical is if they're adjacent to their commander.
Yeah.
So there's these things that you pick up. There's loads of different unit types, really, and there's different factions you can be, but the units are all, there's an equivalent of a pikeman, a swordsman, an archer each time, even though they may look a little bit different or whatever, whether they're vampires, whether they're like, I don't know, like bandits in the woods or whether they're
there's a lot of variety in the enemies that you fight. So you play as one sort of king in the campaign anyway. You play as one sort of kingdom. And it starts off with a nice little story. Well, actually, the first mission was a really bad first impression. I was like, what is this? But then as soon as I started playing, and the actual art, the strategy mechanics. There's a little prologue mission at the beginning, but you only get one unit. And I guess it's a nice little story thing, but it's...
when you think back on it, but at the time you're like, oh, this is it.
What's this?
Yeah, absolutely.
It felt like quite a poor quality role playing game or something, but it was it kind of does get going. It's very nice. It is a story. You travel across this world, and it's got this overworld view where you're going from mission 1 to mission 2, mission 3. It's broken up into acts. And it's a very easy structure to follow, very enjoyable.
It's really identical to Ni no Kuni 2's story. You're in place.
The actual narrative beats.
Honest to God, you get kicked out of where you're ruling. Then you have to unite all the enemy kingdoms to get back your old kingdom, which has now been taken over by
the bad lads.
In this case, vampires. So, the campaign, that's just one side of the story, because there's an arcade mode, which is like 10 battles that take place, and you can be different factions, and you can be some of the factions that we've seen in the campaign.
Commanders, and the commanders are sort of hero units that have got really high stats, but they've also got very powerful, super moves that you can, by using the commander more in battle, attacking more and stuff.
And a win condition is often kill the commander. So even though he is or she is very strong, if they're defeated, then that's it. So you pick your commander based on how you think that you're gonna, I don't know, outlast the enemy or whatever. So
the basic sort of win condition is kill the commander, take out the stronghold, and then throughout the campaign there's different scenarios. So there's like evacuate the refugees and shit like that, and there's like prison break type things, and there's all kinds of cool little scenarios. But the bread and butter is you have to take out their economy, like take out their villages, capture their villages, stop them from earning money, take out the barracks. So it can be quite a slow dismantling of the enemy that you've got to do, and it can be quite a long. Each level could be quite long if you need it to be.
There was one of it took me 45 minutes, and it's just very, very slow. I think you would have done it if you've played it. It's the one with the battle pups when you're finally scouting out. It took me ages.
That's right. There's things called battle pups in this.
Yeah, I mean, they speak for themselves. They are very much dogs that are ready for battle.
Pups,
yeah, small dogs. They basically can like scout ahead and they unravel the fog of war kind of thing, which is good because in the act that you're playing, the enemies hide in the woods. But there's a lot to it, and the story I've seen mixed reviews about. But one thing I find very interesting and very empowering to the player is the ability to make your own not only map. But you can make your own campaign if you want.
Yeah.
Type in custom text. I'm supposing that you're using the custom sprites with the Switch version and stuff like that. But of course, on the PC there will be mods, I'm sure. But yeah, there's a custom campaign mode that you can make campaigns with your friends.
Which is a huge. This is quite likely that this game's going to have quite a long life in terms of community, I think. And this is going to be the main facilitator of that, and people are going to be playing this for a long time.
Because of the campaign, but not only that, something else that I think is going to help it with legs, and it's the crossplay. Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC can all play against each other or co-op, because again, there's multiplayer in this game, and you can play co-op or you can play versus. It's got a really great feature when it comes to multiplayer that you see a lot in mobile games, Facebook games, and you know what I mean? If you've played Words with Friends or Scrabble, say me and you are playing and it's a turn-based game, so you can set your turn on your Switch, turn your Switch off, put it down, whatever. It'll give me a notification, Mike's had his turn, I can have my turn, and then if you want to pick that up a day later, it's, I don't know how you, is it I don't know what the word is for that.
But people used to do that with chess in 2003. Yeah,
it's something you don't see often in games though.
You take your turn and leave it until the other person has gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's a really nice little feature. It's basically for the price, which I think is about 16, 15,
yeah,
16
it's less
quid.
than £20 in the UK at least. Yeah,
I cannot see anything wrong with this for the price. No. The price is really important. If you want a tactical strategy type game, especially on the Switch, again, that is where we have reviewed it. So we can't speak for how nice and playable it is on PC and stuff. But
the argument with PC there is, of course, if you want a strategy game on PC, I can think of about 20 alternatives. Maybe not as light and as fluffy, but when it comes to the Switch, what have you got? Into the Breach, and you've got maybe a handful of others.
Well, and to be honest, Total War wouldn't work as well on the on the Switch, but exactly. This does. This is made for it. It's a very nice experience for the price. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Really nice little sort of art style, some anime silliness in there. There's a big blockbuster of an open cutscene. Anime sort of stuff, opening cutscene, but you don't really get much of that after that. No. But the pixel art stuff is pretty cool. All the units look quite nice. I think some of them, some of the animal type ones can be like the horse. Is it really that different to the dog? I don't know, but it's some factions is quite hard to differentiate at a glance what they are.
100%. So you have to hover over them and click on them just to find out what they are, because you can tell a pikeman because he's got a massive pike. Yeah. You can tell a knight because he's on a horse. You know what I mean? So,
or a dog.
Or a dog because they are. Yeah, actually a dog. So yeah, there's a lot of promise here, and I think this isn't just our opinion that it's good value for me. I guess people have spoken for themselves, because I know at the time.
Of recording,
it's number 1 on the Switch eShop.
Yeah,
better than Stardew Valley.
It's one of those where the price is really the knockout thing for it. It's developed and published by Chucklefish, very successful indie company there, so you know what you're getting. They're behind some of the biggest indie games.
Yeah, ever. Second on the eShop right now, and it was the reigning champ for so long. Stardew Valley. Yeah, of Stardew Valley fame and many other games.
Yeah, but, so there's a reliable name behind it. There's really nothing holding you back from this. You've probably already got it and played it if you're even remotely interested in it and you're watching this. But I was really pleasantly surprised with it. I was looking forward to it, but I've been having a lovely time with it, and I'm looking forward to playing a bit more. So that's Wargroove. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments. Maybe you have been playing it on the PC or on the Xbox, and it works on there as well. Let us know what you think, because that would be pretty useful for us. Remember to like if you enjoyed the video. You can subscribe if you want to see more stuff. Please subscribe if you want to follow this kind of thing in the future. We got a podcast that's
very well
It's probably like the
it's
most.
Very well, thank you for asking.
It's a good podcast. Cheers. How's yours? No,
exactly. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's probably the most watched and listened to thing that we make, I reckon. So we've got a weekly podcast and plenty more videos like this. Besides, we've got a Patreon if you want to check that out. Join us there. You can join our Discord. Take part in gaming nights with us, chat to us on Google Hangouts and all sorts of stuff. Remember to
have a nice time.
What have I not reminded?
Whatever you do, just to make sure that you're staying safe and you're having a nice time.
What am I telling these people? Like, remember this, remember that.
Yeah,
no, Mike, I'll do whatever I want.
Mother.
Fucking hell.
See
Bye.
you later.